Alright, hello guys, how's it going? Welcome to episode 1 of my educational series. I want to start for Ragnarok. Before you buy is what we're going to start off here with, but you know, basically in the title itself is what you would want to hopefully know before you buy the game. So, just before we get into everything, if just in case anybody is interested, I'll introduce myself. So, hello, my name is Cave or Cavelad. I'm a competitive Ragnarok player. And I've been playing Ragnarock now for almost a year, and I've probably got something around 300 hours in game. Alright, so basically why I'm doing this is there doesn't seem to be anything like this around, and being a player for almost a year now and have quite a decent amount of time, I thought it might be a good idea to help out some of the beginner players or people, you know, interested in maybe getting the game, or even up to intermediate players. I'll explain later on what I mean by that, but yeah, basically just be an educational series on starting from the very beginning to being, you know, playing the game a while to intermediate level. Alright, so first off we have talking about where you can play the game. So you can play the game currently on, well, technically 4 different platforms, but there's 3 main ones. So it's Steam, Meta, and Viveport. You can also play, I believe there's a version of Pico version you can play as of right now, but it's not up to date. Pretty sure the devs are working very hard to get it up to date as quickly as possible. So hopefully they'll get that version of the game going soon, and they also plan to get the PSVR version ported by the end of the year. So that's, you know, hopefully good. Get those 2 versions of the game running by the end of the year. It'd be great. But yeah, next is prices. So I'm just going to do these 3 main ones for now because I'm not sure about the Pico version, and obviously it'd be impossible to get any information about the PSVR any version just at the minute. So okay, so the Steam version at the moment until January 5th, you got about 2 days at the time I'm recording this. That the game is on sale. I'm doing euros, by the way, just in case you're curious about what currency I'm using. So I'm doing this all in euros, so it's $10.99, and the normal price in Steam is $21.99. Over on the Meta store, the game is $24.99, and on Viveport it's $21.99, same price as Steam. But I will say that if you're not entirely sure and you're not too sure about the game or whatever, you don't know if you're going to like it or not, I will say that the game goes on sale quite often. So if you are a little bit patient, you'll most likely see another sale at some point on either one of these platforms, you know, Steam, Meta, or Viveport. But yeah, no, the developers are pretty good at setting up sales and stuff like that, so just keep an eye out. Alright, so next is system requirements. So this is the system requirements for Steam. I don't really know much more about the others, so I'm just going to go over Steam, and then obviously as well, you don't need to do it. I wouldn't have to discuss it for standalone headsets for obvious reasons. So okay, so the minimum requirements you're going to need for your operating system is Windows 10, 64 bits. The processor is Intel Core i5-7300 HQ or equivalent. The memory is going to be 16 gigabytes of RAM. The graphics or GPU is going to be NVIDIA GTX 1060 or equivalent. The storage will be 3 gigabytes of available space, and VR support is obviously Steam VR. The recommended will be the same again, operating system, Windows 10, 64 bits. The processor will be Intel Core i7-6700 HQ or equivalent or greater. The memory is going to be 16 gigabytes of RAM. Graphics card or GPU will be NVIDIA GTX 1070 or equivalent or greater. And then it's at the very end, same again, 3 gigabytes of available space for storage. Okay, so next up is talking a little bit about the basics of the game. Like if you're brand new and you've never really heard about Ragnarok, or you've seen a video about it and you're kind of curious, I'll just kind of give you the basic rundown of what the game is. So basically, it's Ragnarock is a solo or multiplayer VR rhythm game, and you play as a Viking captain competing in a ship race, as you can see on screen at the minute. So you have, this is your character here, this is your crew, you're going against other ships. This is be in multiplayer, but then you can also play in solo, which I've got another picture here for you when you're by yourself. With your two hammers, as you can see, you crush the incoming runes in sync with epic Viking music, if you will, and keep hitting the runes perfectly to accumulate combo energy in your hammers. So if you see the two different colors, so you've got on the handle, or above the handle, sorry, you've got a blue kind of, well, it's a combo, but blue design going up the shaft of the handle, up to the top of the hammer where you've got this kind of like yellow goldenish kind of color combo going on. So basically, really quickly, the blue you see is the initial combo. So what you can do is you can build up that blue combo, and then when it's full, you can hit the shields. Unfortunately, I couldn't find a good picture of, but they're off to the left and right hand side of the screen, or of your drums. But what also you can do is, if you hold on to your blue boost and keep on hitting runes, you can actually build up this center yellow golden color, overcharge your boost, and it'll give you golden or yellow boost, which will give you more of a speed boost. And that's basically it. I won't go too far into it because I plan on doing more in depth in the next episode of this. But yeah, I'll keep things going because I would rather just keep this video a little bit shorter. Alright, so next we have mod support. Yeah, this is probably a big one for a lot of people, but yes, unfortunately there's no modding support in Ragnarock, which is probably a big thing for a lot of VR rhythm game players and modders. But yeah, no, unfortunately not in Ragnarock. That's not something they were interested in doing at all. So if that was a big thing for you, I'm sorry, but this is just not the game for you. Next up, we have... yes, customs. So, thankfully, we at least have custom songs, since there's no modding or anything like that, but we have customs. And there's a great place you can go if you're interested in custom songs at all, if not now or in the future, and it's Ragnar Customs. They have a great team, great community, great mappers, etc. Just a real good, it's a nice place. It's real good to go if you're looking. They have a load of songs, it's like some crazy, it's way over 1,000 songs now, it's insane. But yeah, no, definitely if you're interested in customs at all, that's definitely the place to go. Yeah, so both places, so all links will be below in the description for Ragnar Customs and the official developers, like the game websites and discords. Everything be on the Discord, or down in the description. Sorry. All of it down there. Don't worry. Alright, so to wrap it up then, for my future episodes, I plan on having, as you can see, 4 episodes of this. I might do more in the future if there's other stuff I want to cover, but for now, as far as I can think of, I'll probably be able to cover most of what I want in 4 episodes. So obviously episode 1 is this, what you're listening to right now, or watching right now, which is Before You Buy. Episode 2 is going to be mechanics of the game, so stuff that wouldn't really be explained anywhere and it might be hard to find, and I'll try to gather as much information as I could to kind of explain a lot of what goes on in the game that you might not be able to understand or find information on. Episode 3 is going to be in-game, so inside your VR headset, I'll be going through settings and maybe kind of different things you're not really sure about, of most people that if they're newer, or maybe they've been playing for a while and they're not actually never really messed around with the settings too much. I'll be able to show you different things about that. And then for episode 4 is pro tips, so that's kind of more aimed towards intermediate players or people who have been playing for a while. Maybe some beginner players might find interesting too if they're curious about it. Might help them, give them a boost to get further ahead faster. But yeah, that more be kind of how to get more basically better at the game and kind of help out, stuff like that. But yeah, I can't really think of anything else. You guys might be able to tell me that in the comments or something like that, but if there's anything you might want to look forward to, or questions or anything like that, or something I missed, I probably have. But yeah, no, if there's anything like that, just let me know in the comments, or if you guys want to go to the Discord or anything like that and ask me, or say to me hey, you mind covering this or in a future video or something like that? I was like, yeah, no, sure, if it's relevant to what I'm doing, sure, no problem, not swear. But yeah, that's gonna be pretty much it. That's pretty much everything for now, guys. Alright, thanks. I'll see you in episode 2. Goodbye.